All right, so a quick review of order of operations, right? Let me pop that in real quick here. So as a reminder, order of operations is grouping symbols, then the exponents, then multiplication, division from left to right as you come to them, and then addition and subtraction from left to right as you come to them. As a reminder, grouping symbols are parentheses, brackets, fraction bar, or absolute value symbols. Those are magic parentheses. Again, work from inside out if you have parentheses or brackets. Work top then bottom, and finally divide if you have a fraction bar. We're going to practice that today. There's a little bit of stuff on the quiz and test about this. So, alrighty, let's start with this one. So grouping symbols, I do have that first. 5 plus 3 right here is the number 8. Switching colors, there we go. And I bring down everything else. Now I'm out of grouping symbols. I have no exponents. So multiplication, division, as you come to them left to right. 8 divided by 2 is the number 4. Bring down everything else. 4 plus 2 is 6. Good, pause, head into class kick. I've got one for you. All right, another example, a lot like that, starting with your parentheses. This is number 6, by the way, in your worksheet. If you haven't caught that, I'm doing some off today's homework, so you want to grab that. So this one's kind of fun, right? So we have 12. So obviously, again, starting with parentheses or grouping symbols. So we have in here 12 minus 7.5, which gives us 4.5. So bring down everything else. 4.5 minus 7. No more grouping symbols. These parentheses I'm just using as multiplication. 6 times 4.5 is the number 27. 27, bring down to minus 7. 27 minus 7 is 20. And there's that one for you. Go ahead and continue for another example from me. This is a fun one. There's lots of stuff on this. So we're going to start off the most inner set of parentheses or grouping symbols right here, starting clear inside here. And inside of there, I'm going to treat it like its own little problem. 2 times 3 is 6. That's the first thing I'm going to do. So I'm going to bring down, literally bring down everything else. 6 minus, bracket, 2 plus 7 divided by 3 minus, again, 2 times 3 we said is the number 6. Bring down the minus 5. We're going to leave that inside of those parentheses. I'm going to finish off those parentheses, so minus, bring down 2 plus 7 over 3. Minus 6 minus 5, obviously, is going to be 1. Bring down everything else. Now I've got another set of grouping symbols to deal with, right? 2 plus 7 is technically being grouped by the fraction bar. So 6 minus 2 plus 7 is 9. Again, bring down everything else. Now, I do have a set of grouping symbols, but still inside of there, I've got to finish dealing with the stuff going on. There's multiplication, division. It's division right here, 9 divided by 3. So we have 9 divided by 3 is 3. I'm going to write up here in the upper corner now. So 6 minus 3, bring down the minus 1. Again, 9 divided by 3 is 3. Now let's deal with that inside one more time. 6 minus, well, 3 minus 1 is the number 2. Whew. Finally, out of grouping symbols. And 6 minus 2 is 4. There's that one. That's a fun one. I like it. Go ahead and pause, head into class kick. Your turn. All right, now here's a good one. I like it. Starting clear inside. So I want to talk about the problem first. Here we have grouping symbols, right? Multiplication, more grouping symbol, more grouping symbols. But I have parentheses, so I'm going to start on my innermost one. Inside of here, I'm going to deal with the exponent first because it's the most farthest inside, like it's its own little problem. And again, this is one straight off your homework, folks. Bring down the 12. Bring down everything else. 10 minus 5 times 2 is, or 5 squared rather, I'm sorry, is 25. Minus 6. Again, grouping symbol is fraction bar. This up here gets multiplied by 3. Bring down the other bracket. Got a little big on that side. So, still working inside out. Bring down the 12. Bring down the 10 minus. Finish off 25 minus 6 on the inside is 19. Still times 3. Again, all that divided by 6, still grouped, right? Continuing. Bring down the 12. 10 minus. 19 times 3, right? 19 times 3. So 19 times 3 is 57. Bring down everything else. Now it looks a little different than I have over here, but they canceled out the 3 first and the 6, which was okay too. I'm going to continue to the upper right again. So I've got 57 divided by 6. So again, that's treated like a grouping symbol, right? Got to take care of that first. Plus multiplication division takes precedence over addition subtraction. So I think that's what 9 halves. So I'll bring down the 12. 10 minus 57 over 6 is 9.5. There we go. And then on the inside, still working our way out. 10 minus 9.5 is 0.5, or 1/2 if you prefer. And half of 12 is the number 6. There you go. That was a fun one. Good times.